so you can watch me, okay? Yeah,
Thank you. So men, first verse.
Do you guys want to stand together?
I think it's good because Jitendra knows it very well for him to be over there.
Very good.
And then the women, the second verse. And then.
When the dawn breaks and then the morning sends the sun high in the sky, who would hide from heaven's glory? Who would pass the challenge by? La 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 la.
There's a morning for every nation when the sun's high in the sky. There's a time for every people to affirm their destiny. Join us. La 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 la. When the sun's high in the sky, there's a time for every people to affirm their destiny. La 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 la. Even so, all of us together can create a better land. Leave the past, a new tomorrow waits for all who understand. La 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 la. A new tomorrow waits for all who understand.
Great.
So we'll have a couple of chants now and a brief meditation. In this first chant, in your chant book, I am free. And as we chant this, feel in your heart, especially as we chant together, I am free, in myself, I am free. Feel that opening of the heart and freedom in the light in God.
Myself
let us take this next song into meditation. And this song, which Paramhansa Yogananda encouraged us to always keep our minds focused on God, in the background of our minds, always chanting God, God, God. So let us take this into meditation. And if you're learning it, we invite you to join in on the refrain as we chant God, God, God. And feel yourself merging in that consciousness, that vibration.
Slumber as I slept.
Remaining inward. Listen to these words on the quality of perseverance from Affirmations for Self-Healing by Swami Kriyananda. Loyalty, my great spiritual teacher used to say, is the first law of God. Most people are fickle. They change their jobs, their spouses, their friends, their beliefs, their ideas, not because of any new expansion of awareness, but because they lack the simple power of perseverance. One must be loyal to one's principles and not allow oneself to be ruled by sentiment, to be loyal to others and to one's assumed goals in lives, not for sentimental reasons, but in the name of principle is the way of divine progress. Perseverance can be difficult, for in every undertaking there is a certain amount of dull routine. Don't be ruled, therefore, by likes and dislikes, but do whatever has to be done. If it is right, let nothing intervene until the job is finished. So let's affirm now, first in a loud voice, strongly awakening the subconscious. I will finish what I set my mind to do.
I will finish what I set my mind to do
Before leaving it for something else.
before leaving it for something else.
My word is my bond.
My word is my bond.
So also is my resolution.
So also is my resolution.
And now in a normal speaking tone, I will finish what I set my mind to do.
I will finish what I set my mind to do
Before leaving it for something else.
before leaving it for something else.
My word is my bond.
My word is my bond.
So also is my resolution.
So also is my resolution.
Now taking it more inward, let's repeat in a whisper, but with the same intensity and energy. I will finish what I set my mind to do. Before leaving it for something else. My word is my bond. So also is my resolution. And now taking it more inwardly, repeating silently, I will finish what I set my mind to do. Before leaving it for something else. My word is my bond. So also is my resolution. And once more silently, concentrating deeply at the point between the eyebrows, bringing this affirmation into the superconscious, letting the vibration of these words permeate your consciousness. I will finish what I set my mind to do before leaving it for something else. My word is my bond. So also is my resolution. And pray inwardly, silently with me. Though the sirens of distraction call me to turn aside and relax the sternness of my dedication, keep me steadfast on my path, Lord. My goal in life is Thee. Om Shanti Shanti. Now we'll have our reading.
Reading from Rays of the One Light, weekly commentaries on the Bible and the Bhagavad Gita by Swami Kriyananda. Week 47, Reincarnation, the Spiral Staircase. Truth is one and eternal. Realize oneness with it in your deathless self within. The following commentary is based on the teachings of Paramhansa Yogananda. In the book of Revelation, chapter 3, Jesus Christ tells us, Him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my God, and he shall go no more out. There is a difference between church dogmas, which are based on reasoned deductions from scriptural statements, and the pronouncements of wisdom, which are based on the inner realization of scriptural truths. Reason, like a train, can only follow already existing tracks of human experience. Human memory, being short, is seldom able to cross back over the threshold of a person's present existence. Biblical references to previous lifetimes on earth are overlooked in the deductive process, and we find them therefore excluded from the body of official dogma. Nevertheless, such references exist. The Bible itself presents them, as does Jesus in this passage, not as abstracting teaching, but as direct, personal perception of truth. In the same way, Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita silences Arjuna's reasonable doubts on the subject not by reasoned argument, but by the frank statement contained in the 4th chapter of that great scripture. Arjuna, you and I have passed through many births. I know all of them, though you, O chastiser of foes, recall them not. Thus, through Holy Scripture, God has spoken to mankind.
Let's go back a little. Yeah. Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Jitendra, and this is Erin, and we're both from Ananda Village in Northern California. I believe I know most everyone, but for those who I haven't had a chance to meet, it's really nice to be back. Both Erin and I were part of Rhode Island Ananda's work before spreading off into other areas in the world. And so it's always such a sweet blessing to be back here and with you all. And I see Dwapara Yuga has hit Ananda, Rhode Island, which is nice with your broadcast. So today's topic, I'd like to start off by reading from Whispers from Eternity. And this reading is very short, but very powerful and important to remember. And this is inspired by the Bhagavad Gita, entitled Cosmic Salutation. O Spirit, I bow to thee in front of me, behind me, on the left and on the right. I bow to thee above and beneath. I bow to thee all around me. I bow to thee within and without. I bow to thee everywhere, for thou art everywhere. It's one of my favorite readings in Whispers from Eternity, so simple, but really there lies such an important reminder for us to stay steadfast in what the cosmic invitation is always trying to coax us back to, awaken that divine memory of who we are and the truth that we are part of all that is. We are part of this infinite light. But as we read in the Festival of Light, which we'll read a little bit later, there's that part of the soul's journey where there's that realization that all that I thought was light was but darkness. Who are we in reality, and for what end were we made? And then in the reading it says, ever and again through your awakened sons, the answer comes. And this is really the cosmic play, the cosmic Leela that's playing out, is that we're all trying to find our way back to that place of union, that place of wholeness in God. And the reading today from the Bible, that he that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my God, and he shall go no more out. That can be interpreted many different ways, but luckily our guru, Paramhansa Yogananda, has helped us understand that really this meaning is that we may go no more out now, not only after we leave this body and we fulfill perhaps the imagination of being in the in the heavens, and we're free from this physical body and the karma that we've been enduring in this life. And as Yogananda would say, the taxes and the sciatic pains and all of these things that have just caused us lots of trouble. It's not only that we have to wait to be redeemed in this kingdom of heaven, which will be bestowed upon us if we live a righteous life and if we're kind and we're serviceful, but what this reading, what Christ came to show us, that now we bow to that presence of the divine that's in front, behind, left, right, within and without, everywhere. And that's that essence of this reading from the Bible, that he who overcometh, then we dwell in that kingdom of heaven within. And what is that he that overcometh? It's overcoming those ego tendencies, that ego consciousness. And this is why we're so blessed to have what we have of the teachings of meditation and really overall the teachings of self-realization. Another beautiful reflection of today's message is that this, as Swamiji actually defined this title of the spiral staircase. And really it's this spiral staircase of wakefulness. We hear it also in the poem God, God, God. And this is also resembling the inner, one could say, the astral anatomy of how we ascend, how do we awaken. And there is this way of the Kundalini that literally, scientifically, metaphysically, physically, is that how this energy rises, from where do we find this place within ourselves? Where is our center? The center is that center of this spiral staircase in which this energy, this divine energy, is trying to be freed up from our desires, our attachments, all these things that keep this energy bound through ego, through our identifications with our limited self-definitions or this material plane, where that energy is locked. We're trying to free that energy up to reunite here at the point between the eyebrows. And so this visualization of this spiral staircase is very helpful for us for many reasons. I remember many years ago, I lived in New York City. I lived in Brooklyn, and I lived in an area that was it consisted of many old factories. And so I moved there with about 5 friends. We were in a band together and living in this loft. And the loft had 3 or 4 levels to it. And how you got from one level to the next was this little tiny tight spiral staircase, which I had never experienced before moving to New York. And so it was fun. It was a fun journey. But one thing, for what that staircase served me, that was my daily 30-second practice of concentration, because you just had this little tiny narrow staircase that you just had to focus on your next step, because it was all encased by the bars and all of this. And so all you could really focus on is what your next step was. And then finally, boop, you magically appeared, popped out of the top to the kitchen, and you were free. And, in so many ways, as I was reflecting on this is how we're taught to awaken and to complete this journey back home, is that we may be overwhelmed with the idea of overcoming our karma, overcoming our challenges, and for good reasons, because when we look within and we meditate, oftentimes what do we see? We see the work, we see those things that are that seem so big. But what Yogananda recommended that we do is just to focus on what is my next step, and to apply lots of willpower and enthusiasm, devotion, attunement in every step of the way. But all we're being asked for always is to just take our next step. But one thing that can also happen is that we may say, well, I understand that it's just my next step. But what does that mean? What does the next step mean for you? What does it look like? How do you take that next step? It may seem so simple, but one of the things that I think that we can get caught in is to think that the next step is a big change in our life. Like, I need to sell my house. My parents right now are selling their house, so I'm in the midst of that energy. We think that we have to do big things to make these big changes in our life. And then we can feel, I've just taken my next step. And then perhaps I'll feel a sense of contentment that I'm moving further toward my goal. But in so many ways, I believe that there's a lot of fallacy in this way of thinking, because one, we're setting ourselves up for that great challenge to think that we need to rearrange our whole life to feel that we've made one pinpoint of progress toward the goal. But in so many ways reflected in the great yogis, that next step is that step of simplicity, that step of attunement, strengthening attunement, deepening our sadhana, deepening our attitudes in relation to service. And this is how these next steps are taken, that really it's this inner unfoldment of that divine reflection within us. And I wanted to share a few points on this, that in the spirit of service, because service is one powerful way to release that sense of I, me, mine, which is really the critical components of ego consciousness. And service helps us allow the process to unfold, to release that. And I wanted to share a story in relation to this that is really touching, which really deepens I believe it deepens our understanding of true service in its perhaps most powerful manner. There's a story of Mother Teresa. And Mother Teresa, if you're not aware, she was serving in Calcutta, India, and helping with serving the poor there as part of her ministry. And one beautiful thing that I remember actually being one of my trips to India, I was able to visit her ashram there, where her body was in this big, beautiful marble casket, and written in marigold flowers on the casket. They changed the message, I believe, every day, her disciples. And on this day, the marigold flowers wrote, "Love seeks to serve." And so beautiful, it just sums up the true spirit of service. That first and foremost, if we keep our daily appointment with God, our sadhana, as we commune with the divine, then naturally from that place in our hearts, we'll want to give of ourselves unconditionally and freely to serve others. I know there will be a pilgrimage coming up. If you're in the midst of considering going to India on this pilgrimage, I highly encourage you to consider this, because really what we're talking about also inwardly is this inner pilgrimage that we're all taking. Outward pilgrimage really helps us to strengthen this inner awakening as well. And so this time that I went to Mother Teresa was on a pilgrimage. And so her life was a beautiful example of this pure service. And one day she was at her home, and this gentleman came to her house and said, Mother, there's a starving family, this starving Hindu family that needs food. They have 8 children, they need help." So Mother Teresa left immediately from her home and went to this Hindu family with a small bag of rice. And so she went to this home, and the mother came out, and Mother Teresa saw all of these beautiful children, such bright eyes, but clearly everyone was starving. And so Mother Teresa gave her this bag of rice. And what did this mother do? She took the rice and she split it into two parcels, and she left. And so Mother Teresa just waited there until the mother came back. And Mother Teresa asked her, she said, "What did you do? Where did you go?" And she said, there was a Muslim family next door that I knew was hungry. So I split the rice and I went and gave them half. Now, that alone is such a beautiful story. But that's not what impressed Mother Teresa the most. What impressed Mother Teresa the most, she said, was that in this woman's suffering, in this woman's hunger, she felt the hunger in her neighbor. She felt that suffering in her neighbor, which compelled her to strengthen the faith in God, to know that whatever she needs, the time she needs it, it will be supplied. And that is such a beautiful, extreme example, one could say, of the essence of true service. It's that service, less of an outward action, less of an outward show to accomplish this or accomplish that. True service is that spirit within our own hearts that we recognize that and feel that expansion of our hearts and sympathy to feel the needs of others, to tune into others' realities, and to offer ourselves upwards to the divine, that these hands, these feet will be of service to those in need. And as we practice this daily, that rather than first moving from our center outward to serve, that we first and foremost reach upwards and say, Divine Mother, beloved Guru, use me today as you will, so that I may serve your children. This is such a powerful way to wash these walls, these veils of ego consciousness, which as a result of this over time, we begin to behold our true self, our true essence. One of the things that I also wanted to share, because time is ticking by, is I was on my flight here from California. I flew to Chicago and then from Chicago to Providence. And from the flight from Chicago to Providence was a very clear night. This was last Tuesday evening. It's just crystal clear, no clouds. The moon was still very bright. And I'm a big lover of the moon. And so when I had a window seat, which I was excited about, so that I could look out, and I thought, I'll be so much closer to the moon. This is going to be brilliant. I'll just, look, if I can see it, this will be a great flight. So we take off and we, travel thousands of whatever miles upwards. And I'm excited that I'm going to be so much closer to my beloved, my beloved moon, which of course, is a symbol of Divine Mother's love. And so up on the plane, I look out the window, it's crystal clear, it's beautiful, and there was the moon. But I was disappointed because the moon didn't seem any closer. I thought, hey, this is a little disappointing. But it was a beautiful flight, and I just basked in watching the moon as we flew our way here. But then I started to think, isn't it so that when we seek to lift ourselves up this spiral staircase to this place of the inner kingdom, that we hold it so far away at times? And no matter where we are right now in our spiritual life, we may have challenges, our sadhana, we may be struggling in our sadhana or our service or whatever is happening. Often we think that when we change outward circumstances, that then we will arrive at that place of feeling that sense of fulfillment and completing this journey and feeling God, feeling that wholeness, feeling that union. And so we run around and we try to rearrange things. We can even fall into the trap of rearranging things spiritually, thinking that even that alone will satisfy that need. But just as my trip here, with thinking that if I go up, I mean, if I keep going up and then land on the moon, then yeah, of course, then you're very close. But the fallacy that I fell into was thinking that, okay, so if I just went up, and in this aircraft, I'd be so much closer. But so much of it was my perception, because I felt closer to the moon when just a couple of weeks ago when I was standing here on Earth. And what created that sense of closeness? It wasn't proximity, it was feeling. It was that feeling in the heart, in that inner communion. Though it was outward, there was that process of concentration, relaxation, and absorption, of feeling that absorbed in the experience of basking in that moonlight, basking in the vision of seeing the moon. And so just the same for our spiritual life. It's here, it's now, regardless of your circumstances, that where you are standing now is where you can experience this beauty and this divine nectar that is God's grace, God's love. So I'll close with two things. And I wanted to share a letter that Swami Kriyananda wrote. He wrote this from Assisi, Italy. And this was a time in Ananda that there were a lot of unexpected big projects that hit Ananda, that really demanded all of the resources financially, just service. Everything was needed to face some of these projects, and also a lot of tests in this. And so in the midst of all of this, Swamiji wrote a letter to the community, which is a very powerful letter that I wanted to share. So, okay. So Ananda has been under a heavy test in projects for the past nearly 9 years. As a result, we've been forced to consider deeply our role in Master's larger mission. The past months here in Assisi, I've been thinking about Ananda's long-range directions. Some of my thoughts I've expressed on videos that I've recorded and sent to California. My growing preoccupation has been that legal and other mundane issues might affect Ananda's long-term development. Our top priority, I know we all feel, is our spiritual life and our attunement with Master's ray of divine grace. By circumstances, have forced us to perform a balancing act between the spiritual life and more mundane concerns. I hope these outer needs, though urgent, will soon pass. For the time being, I know they can't be ignored. I'm concerned, however, that the stresses between our mundane and our spiritual existences may place a strain on our inner attunement and our spiritual friendship. And this is an important message. Our priorities, as I'm sure we all agree. First, our inner relationship with God and Guru. Second, our service to them. Third, the friendship we have with one another. Fourth, our need to meet dharmically the tests life has given us. And fifth, that we bear always in mind Master's advice to me, you must be practical in your idealism. Practicality is important for us, but I've seen again and again that faith is the most practical thing of all. And so, friends, I'll close with this message, this letter from Swamiji, that we never forget our priorities, that first and foremost to remember that the most practical way that we can live our life is a life that is in faith. Faith in the Guru, faith in Divine Mother. And the more that we surrender joyfully to that will, to that power in every moment, the more that power will enter and will remove whatever needs to purify for our energy, our being to reunite with our beloved. So I wish you all many blessings on this beautiful journey, and may we all keep running to God. Om Guru. So we'll just meditate for a moment.
Let's take the inspiration that we feel now and make an offering, holding whatever you'd like to give in your right hand. And please pray with me. Divine Mother,
Divine Mother,
we offer to thee
we offer to thee
the fruit of our
the
labors.
fruit of our labors.
Bless this offering,
Bless this offering,
that it serve as a channel of thy light
that it serve as a channel of thy light
to truth-seeking souls everywhere.
to truth-seeking souls everywhere.
Oh,
Oh,
peace.
peace.
Amen.
Amen.
Let's be.
So we'll have some more music.
Yeah.
Another song from Yogananda's.
Move over a little bit, okay?
Not back. Oh.
We'll have our Festival of Light now, which is a ceremony created by Swami Kriyananda. And it's an opportunity for us to tune into that soul journey. And it's a work of poetry and art. So give it our full attention and energy today.
Let us lift up our hearts in a festival of light. The essence of this ceremony has been passed down from ancient times. O waves that we are in the bosom of the infinite sea, joyfully together, let us celebrate our own greater reality. For now, by God's grace, our redemption is at hand. The promise has been given, the divine light returning anew to earth, has given us power, as the Holy Bible proclaims, to become the sons of God. Into our hands have been delivered the sacred keys of awakening. Abundant now is our hope. The Lord, through the Bhagavad Gita, promised, even the worst of sinners, by steadfast meditation on me, speedily comes to me.
Again, in that holy scripture, he declared, even a little practice of this inner religion will free one from dire fears and colossal sufferings. And whereas suffering and sorrow in the past were the coin of man's redemption, for us now the payment has been exchanged for calm acceptance and joy. Thus may we understand that pain is the fruit